Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Toriko Chapter 240 review. That is 240. Toriko. As usual, Sekai. Yeah, that's right, man. So, before I get started, alright? I hope that you guys had a good 4th of July yesterday like I did. Even though I had to take care of a bunch of kids, it was still enjoyable. Family, friends, and so on and so forth. A lot of food, a lot of barbecue, BBQ, fireworks, and pretty much that ended off with a live stream with Bankai 922. So overall, pretty good day. And if you guys don't live in the States, then I hope that you guys had a good day nonetheless. So now, that being said, this week's chapter of Toriko. This week's chapter, Toriko. First of all, the most important part. The fight's over. The fight's over. It's over. Toriko versus Stajin is over. And there is no real clear-cut winner. And the reason is simply put, Toriko, he was unconscious. He was missing a leg, an arm, had 2 holes blasted in his abdomen region, whereas Stajin got pretty beat up. And then at the end, we have the gourmet, and this is what Stajin actually says. The gourmet cells, they flew out of Toriko's body, alright? They flew out of his body, alright? They flew out. And we see the hand of the inner Toriko punch a huge ass hole right through his abdominal region, Stajin's. It's a huge ass hole. So, and he's on the ground, he's on his knees, he's on his elbows, he's like, fuck, too much damage. But overall, there's no clear-cut winner. I mean, I guess if you want to say the one who's unconscious loses, so in a sense, you would lean towards Stajin being the winner as opposed to Toriko. But Stajin couldn't do shit. It's in a similar fashion. Well, no, I can't say it's in a similar fashion to the Tamura-Toriko fight in the Ice Hell arc. Because in the Ice Hell arc, even though Toriko, he did his leg knife and he cut off Tamura's arm off, and then did a flying fork, and then he did a leg fork, and he punched like 4 holes right through Tamura's chest. Tamura could still strike. He could still attack. Stajin could not. It was over. So, in this case, I probably lean towards Stajin being the winner, but in actuality, there is no clear-cut winner. But still, the fight, amazing. Just absolutely stunning. It was truly a wild fight. A wild fight. And these guys went in hardcore. Mega hardcore. Mad props. Mad props. The fight started off relatively slow, relatively meh, and it became one of the best fights in the series. I mean, let's be honest here, man. Let's be honest here. This arc has had the best fights in the series. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I mean, truth be told, they do fight crazy-ass monsters. When it comes to these one-on-one battles with actual humans, they go all out. And they don't goddamn stop. They do not stop. Oh my god. So, this battle, I mean, is it on the same level as Tamura and Sunny? I'm not too sure. Probably a little bit less. And the reason why is because of the fact that Tamura actually died. He died in that fight. He died. It was game over. And in this case, we still have 2 survivors. So, but I'm pretty sure I've lost a majority of my hope for the Coco Grinpatch fight. Because Grinpatch, we see him in this chapter, and I mean we don't know what happened when he made that cavern underneath the stadium. But Yeah, I don't see it because right now we have the ending, and the ending, it appears that Joa is coming in on some like floating black disc, and Tepe is by his side, and it's like, what? Have you gone evil? Did you just pull the 180, say fuck it, I'm evil? Yo, man, Darkseid pulling the Darth Vader. Join me, young Skywalker. Like, is that what happened? Like, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. But he's gone rogue. That's the way it appears to be. But the key, like the chapter. Let me do a brief summary. Brief summary. The brief summary is simply put, the gourmet cells. And by the way, when it came to the actual inner Toriko punching the hole through Starjin, the way it was drawn out, like you can actually look at the panel. I believe it's the second or third panel in the chapter where we see the actual hand right through Starjin, and he realizes that it's not an image, it's real. It's real. The thing about that panel is that the arm of the inner Toriko, it looked like it was like double jointed. It looked weird. So that could have been drawn better. Like that's what I noticed off the gate. Like it was like the bicep was going up, and then the forearm from that and the forearm from that initial bicep was also going up. But then the hand going through Starjin was going down. It was like, and then there was a significant amount of forearm that was going through Starjin. So it looked like his forearm was like double jointed. It was very weird. But aside from that, you know, like, I mean, I guess it's a minor detail. The thing about it is that the hole through Starjin, the gourmet cells fly. Toriko, he's still conscious, then he becomes unconscious. Then the gourmet cells, like the image, like they disappear. Like that image, that actual real image disappears. And then what ends up happening is that Starjin falls to his knees, whole. Again, the majority of his abdomen is gone. He has a hole right through it. And he starts spitting out all this blood. And then he talks about how they flew. The gourmet cells flew out of his body. And then he's about to perform this dark technique. All of a sudden, in comes Komatsu. And, yo, Komatsu, like his head was like a black silhouette. And at that point in time, I'm like, yo, this guy just gained a pair of balls. This guy, yo, man, his left nut just dropped. Holy cow, like, he's ready to go. He's like, I'm like, Komatsu, here we go. I thought that he was going to cut his fucking head off with his knife. And he could do it because Starjin was very weak. So, I'm thinking to myself, yo, Komatsu, he's about to wreck some shop right now. About damn time. About damn time! But no, that's not what happened. Komatsu was actually going to willfully go with Starjin to wherever. Just let me swing my knife once. That's what he says. And you're thinking, okay, so what do you mean? And all of a sudden, Starjin says, like, you bastard, when did you master that technique? So, and you have to realize that right now he's seeing his partner, Toriko, pretty much almost dead. So, my automatic assumption was the revitalizing kitchen knife. The thing that Shiru did and Take did back in the Shokuren Temple arc, where they show that there was this technique, and it's basically a technique where you cut the initial wound area, the cells start to divide and heal, like on the spot. And so I'm assuming that that's what's going to happen to Toriko. Like with Komatsu. Komatsu's going to have it. He's going to use his revitalizing kitchen knife. The knife's going to start twinkling black, and then he's going to cut the parts where he was injured, and then he's going to cause the gourmet cells in his body to divide and restore his limbs. That's what's going to wind up happening. Because there's no way. Remember last time when Time Rod carved his arm? Well, he had to go through that process with that one guy, Tepe's master. I forgot his name. But that guy right now, he's in the gourmet world. He's in the gourmet world with Ichiru and, you know, Milk and the other guys of the Zero Biotype, or at least most of them. So he can't just leave the He can't leave the Gourmet world to go restore Toriko's limbs. In fact, Ichiryu and the rest of them, they entrusted the human world to his predecessors. No, I mean to his disciples. Yeah, disciples. So, I mean, and plus, again, Setsuno's already there. Naki Master Jiro's already there, and I'm pretty sure that Ichiryu himself knows that some people have betrayed the IGO. So he's taking precautions. That's the way it appears to have been. So yeah, he's not coming back. The Master of Teppei. But basically, that's what's gonna be now. So the way it appears is that since it's hinted, since that Komatsu knows the revitalizing kitchen knife, any limbs lost can simply be restored because of that technique. That's the way it appears to be. So in the future of Toriko, if Komatsu's there, or in general, we may see a lot more lost limbs just because of the fact that certain chefs are going to know this ability. So I'm calling it right now. That's why I see it. Am I gonna complain? We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. As of right now, he hasn't done it yet, but maybe there'll be some kind of, because again, you're forcefully dividing the cells. So if you're gonna do that, that requires energy, and right now Toriko has almost no energy, like literally. So there may be a repercussion where he may go into an automatic, what's it called? The autophagy state, where his cells start to eat each other because he needs the energy. We'll see where it goes. And then after that, we cut over because apparently there's some weird. After that, Star's like, you know what? I would take you, but no, I'm gonna go back to the cooking stadium. Some weird ass like hyper dragon comes out of nowhere. It's like some big ass dragon with like these weird claws. Like there's claws on its wings. It has like one hook claws. It's like, what the fuck is that? And then it appears to be Star. What happened to the Big Bang Shark? I'm like, where's your Big Bang Shark? What's going on, man? I mean, maybe that's not his partner beast. I don't know. It may be someone else's partner beast, but I'm hoping, because I like the Big Bang Shark, dude. Like, that thing was epic, man. I'm like, yo. But then Nostalgian says that the dark clouds aren't clearing. And then we cut over to the cooking stadium. All of a sudden, Setsuno senses something. Then Mansum. Then Tengu Brunchy. Then Zebra. Then Sunny, who's still conscious. Then Grimpatch. And all of a sudden, we see a floating disc in the sky. And then we see this dude, a silhouette of a man with a cape. And right next to the man with the cape is Teppei. And then he says, it's been 200 years since it's been 200 years since my last feast. And then in the bottom left-hand corner of that same panel, it says the mastermind appears, Joa and Teppei. So when it comes to so that's the chapter. And when it comes to the dialogue in that last bottom left-hand panel, basically it's hinted that it's Joa. It's saying that this guy is probably Joa. But when I was talking to McWhirlpool Inc. and Lunar Spiral last night in the live stream, McWhirlpool told me that it could be the Ultimate Senseiya, the Mahoyan individual. Mahoyan something. Mahoyan Sai. Something of that, yeah, that guy. The greatest, the most, like, yeah, like, the legendary, the most regarded Senseiya amongst them all. It could be that guy. But because of the text in the actual manga itself, I mean, that is just speculation, but it appears that it is Joa, which I think is fantastic, because Joa is supposed to be powerful as fuck. Even, he's hinted to be more powerful than Setsuno. That's a problem. Because Setsuno right now, well, because Shigematsu, he's strong, because he is the vice president of the IGO, but we're Setsuno level. So, I mean, I'm just saying. But since we had Knocking Master Jiro already en route, he's already en route, I guess to counterbalance Knocking Master Jiro, we have to bring in Joa. So, because again, these are guys that were, I mean, we do know that Naki Master Jiro was a disciple of Akasia, the gourmet god. And when it comes to Joa, we don't know his backstory in full. But the thing about Joa is that he is hinted to be stronger than Setsuno. So that's enough power right there. That's enough power. So we'll see where it goes. But overall, the chapter, in my personal opinion, I thought it was very good. I thought it was very good. The fight's over. Had a nice end to it. Again, no one died, but still had a nice end to it. We have the shock value when it comes to the introduction of Joa and Teppei. That's one thing that surprised. I mean, I don't know what happened, but maybe during their confrontation, and I believe Luna Spiral said this in her. She said this in the live stream last night. Where basically, like, there may have been some kind of discussion, like, between the two, and then Teppei, he's doing this because of that discussion, because of that talk that they had right at the end of the 4 Beast arc. Maybe, I don't know, who knows? We'll see. But all I know is that he's gonna fight. He better fight, man. I want him to go out there with his black disc and start murking dudes. Either he's gonna start murking. See, he's Neo. That's the thing. All right, he's Neo. He's not gonna be. All right, he's not gonna be a part of the Bushukyukai or the IGO and the chefs. He's gonna be part of Neo. He's the third party factor. He's gonna be on the side of Shigematsu. Maybe Teppei is part of Neo too. I don't know. Maybe he was one of the dudes all along. I don't know. I mean, probably not, considering what happened during the Ice Hell arc. But I don't know. Maybe he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna join you." We'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Because I do remember during the Live Bearer arc, the Gourmet Casino arc, at the end of that arc, it was like we had a scene where one of the, I believe it was the king of this country and Joa, they were working together. And that same king of the country, that same king is a part of Neo. So by default, Joa is also part of Neo. That's the way it has to be, probably. So I'm just saying, we'll see where this goes. But as of right now, there's a lot of things going for the chapter. But the main thing, the fight's over, and now we're moving forward without any stall, without any, break in the actual story. So, and that's very good. So overall, chapter rating, I'll give it somewhere between a good plus and a great. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that. So King Lightning, be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.